Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam and as you can probably tell by the name, I live in Canaries, so I wanted to do this video in English, although my channel is Spanish, just because I have a few English speaking followers and I thought it'd be nice to see whether, you know, this change of course is liked, whether I get a big feedback or not. So this is kind of like a pilot video. So in today's video, I am going to talk about the Revolution Reloaded Velvet Rose palette. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos, if you speak a bit of Spanish, you would have seen that I have purchased about 14 of these palettes from a private seller who had never used them. So this is actually retailed €5. I think it's €4.99. I'll put the price up here anyway, here in Spain, and I think about £4 in the UK, and I don't know how much in the US, but still, it's a very cheap palette. They're very cheap, probably the most affordable Revolution has, and I think they're very complete. So I wanted to start off with these kind of palettes because this one, the Velvet Rose, they say, I don't know because I don't have it, is a dupe for the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I'll put a photo up over here to see the difference between the palettes. Now, I've seen the pictures and to be honest, they do look very much alike. Of course, one I think is about €51 in a Spanish online shop called Sephora. I imagine probably around £45 in the UK and about $42 in the US, but it is about €51, whilst this one is just £4 in the UK and €5 here. I paid this less than €2, but I wanted to do a video because I think these are very lovely shades, very everyday kind of shades. These are very much up my alley because they have the browns, they have purples, the golds, which are my kind of colours, which I use every day. So that's why I wanted to do this video. So let's go ahead. I'm going to now prime my eyes and then I'm going to do swatches. I'll do the swatches first, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I'm coming back with the swatches. Now this is all the first and second row. As you can see, it's, as I said, a very everyday palette. You've got your browns, you've got your golds, even though they're not so visible on swatches. I love these two purples. I'm definitely going to go for a purple look today because I usually go for golds and I just want to do something different. And then you've got the you've got a transition shade here, by the way. You can't see it, but obviously that's the whole point. It's a neutral shade just to cover up your primer. And then you've got your neutral shades here. So you've got your copper brown, your darker brown, your medium brown, and your black. So what I'm going to do, I forgot to mention, this doesn't come with a mirror. Most people don't really like that. I mean, for £4, I don't think, or €5, I don't really think, for me, it doesn't matter because I use my own mirrors anyway. I have heard some, because I've seen a lot of reviews of these palettes. This shade over here has been the most complained about. The other shades are very good because they say it's very chunky as opposed to the Anastasia one, which is a lot more kind of soft. But we're not going to complain about it because for £4, I mean, I personally like these kind of golds, and I don't mind if they have a little bit of fallout, which is why, as you can see, my face, I haven't done the rest of my face yet because I don't like to do the rest of my face and then have fallout. Also because sometimes when I do my eyeshadow, I make a bit of a mess around my eye. So just because I like to play with the colours. So at least I can clean it up later and then have my face done and it'll look better after. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start off. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to prime my eyes. And to prime my eyes, I'm going to use the Technique primer, which I've done a video for, the Technique products that I've got. If you speak a little bit Spanish, then you can go and check it out. I'll leave the link up here because I try different kind of low-cost brands, and Technique was one of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes first. So I'm going to take my glasses off, obviously. This is the primer I'm talking about, the Technique. You can find the information of the video of all the products on the other videos. I do like this primer. I think it's probably one of the most similar to the high-end to the high-end eye primers that I've seen, because it actually does work quite well. You know, the eyeshadows stick well and they don't break up during the day. So yeah, I do like this primer. Okay, so I've primed my eyes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glasses on for this one. I'm going to get a fluffy brush like this one, and I'm going to get the neutral tone just to you know, cover up my primer. It does have a little bit of fallout, but then again, most of the eyeshadows do, even the high-end ones, so it's not a problem. There we go. And then I'm going to dip in again, and I'm going to go and close up all my eye primer. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go with, and I'm going to put my glasses on back again because I can't see anything without them otherwise. So I'm going to get another fluffy brush, but just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to start with this kind of shade over here. I know it seems a little bit more dark than you usually go for a transition, but because I'm going for a purple look, I just want to start with a purple kind of transition. So I'm going to start with this one here, and I'm going to put it all over my crease, just a little bit underneath my eyebrows. And the pigmentation is very good, actually. It is very, very good. I don't know if you can see it, but it is going quite well, actually. There we go, and it's transitioning very well. They blend up very well. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm gonna go do one eye first, and then I'm gonna do the second eye off camera, just so the video doesn't get eternal. What I'm gonna do as well, I think, just to make things a bit more interesting, I'm going to use this orangey shade just to go underneath a little bit, just to kind of change colour. And I'm going to go a bit lower. Yeah, this is definitely a different colour, and I love it. I love the difference that it's making on the eyelid, just because you can see the different shade. So that's nice. I do like this. Nice. And they're blending up beautifully between them. As you can see it kind of going through an orangey purple kind of look. So it's definitely my kind of thing. And then I'm going to get this more thinner, compact, let's say, brush. And I'm going to go with something a bit darker just for my outer V. And I'm going to go with this one over here. So I can put a bit more depth in it. Yeah, so it's blending out really well. I'm just going to dip a little bit more, just because obviously when you do makeup, it depends on you what kind of depth you want and how intense you want the shades. But I do like my shades to kind of pop out. So I'm just gonna put it on my outer V like that, just blending and blending until they kind of all fit in. And then I'm going to go with a shimmer. And what I tend to do, I tend to put two shimmers together. So I put my lighter shimmer on the first half of my eye, and the second shimmer, which is a bit darker, I'm going to put on the outer part of the eye, just to meet up with the darkest tone that I've put on my outer V. So I'm going to go first with this lilac-y shimmer, which is a bit more light, and then I'm going to go with this darker shimmer, just because I like to play around with the colours and see what happens. So it goes. Yeah, they look lovely. I'm going to dip a bit more into the lighter one, just because I want the lighter one to kind of stand out. And then I'm going to just work it with the fingers just so it doesn't. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which I've used to put depth in it, no more product. I am just going to kind of blend in with the other colours, just so, there we go. So this is what the look looks like up close. I think it looks beautiful. You can kind of tell that you've got lighter colour going on to dark. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do my other eye, do the rest of my face, and then you can see the difference with, you know, the whole look done and how beautiful it will look. But I think this is a very nice look for an everyday, you know, purpley or brown kind of shades. If you're into purples and you're into browns, I think this is definitely your palette. So yeah, I'm just going to go in and do the rest of my face. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm going to do a little close-up so you can see how the makeup looks. I put a little bit of on the eyeliner because I use a pencil eyeliner and it's very creamy, and I tend to it kind of tends to transfer on the outer crease, so I always put some black eyeshadow on top just so it doesn't transfer. But I definitely like this look. I think it looks beautiful, and I just put a little bit of gold on the inner eye just because I think it kind of gives it that oomph. And on the bottom here, I used a little mixture of this tone over here and this tone just to create a kind of more complete look. So my personal thoughts on this palette, I think it's worth the £4, the €5 that it's worth. I definitely think it can be used for every day. It's definitely something that I said before, it's definitely up my street because I love these colours. And for the price and also for the quality that is in these palettes, I think it looks gorgeous on the eyes. I do have other palettes, so I will be doing other reviews on the other kind of palettes that I have of the Revolution Reloaded collection. If you would like me to do any other English speaking videos, if you've enjoyed this one and you would like to see more, something kind of similar that I do to my Spanish channel, so hauls of different brands, low cost brands, because that's kind of my thing, then please leave comments down below just so I know that you want me to do that. If you've liked this video, please give it a like, and please do subscribe to my channel, why not, and click the notifications button so once my videos are out you can get notified straight away. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me today, and I wish you all such a lovely day.